I am Mesha Koro, working here at Naivasha Maximum Prison, and we work, four of us currently, work with Francis, Lucas, and Kennedy Barasa. Here we are in the farm, and this is our Naivasha Inmates farm that is run by the Catholic chaplaincy in Naivasha Prison. And in this farm, we teach the inmates alternative ways of survival. We learned that most of the inmates who come to prison, they either were not having something to do productive that was helping them gain economically. So we realized that when we introduced them to some other sources of income, ways of living, they could really learn how to make life other than resorting to and right means that are not right to make a living. So we began this farm as a way of teaching them how can you survive apart from maybe involving in crime activities such as stealing and robbery. And that's how the idea of the farm came about. From this farm, we have done this farm for over 2 years now. From this farm, even as you can see around, we have spinach, the sukuma wiki, sugarcane, beetroot, carrots, onions, tomatoes, and sweet potatoes somewhere the other side. From this farm, when we produce, for example, the tomatoes, most in our kitchen, in our inmates' kitchen, they are not provided with tomatoes when foods are being cooked there. So when we produce tomatoes here, we supplement, we take to their kitchen, and then they are able to take meals like any other person staying outside there. Again, from our vegetables, when we produce vegetables, where do we take them? We harvest and then it is cooked for them. Mostly because of the huge number, sometimes you find that inmates do not really get the right amount of vegetable in their meals. So when we produce and we harvest, we supplement what is given by the government always. Again, from the carrot production, we also improve their diets. And again, apart from just producing food, we teach them how to be engaged in the agricultural productions. So we teach them, for example, how to make the nursery, because we start with the nursery, transplanting, and then they continue with the planting until the harvesting period. I don't know the kind of human being that you have dealt with yourselves, but then look at a person who is very free, who is living their lives freely. And then all of a sudden, they make a slight mistake, they find themselves in prison, and then they are sentenced for long life. Because Naivasha Maximum Prison deals with people who are sentenced for long period. And when I talk of long period, I mean over 10 years going forward. Again, you find in prison there are people who have been condemned to death. So you are sent to prison, go and be killed there. So you come to prison to be hanged, you meet someone who also is just not so much aware of how to handle you. It becomes so difficult. Several needs that we meet in our prisons. One of the needs is a human person, someone who has been arrested, taken to the court, and now sentenced is brought to the prison facility. You are coming to the prison facility with the mindset that now when I reach there, it is the end of life. I want to talk to this person and make this person see that prison is not the end of life. Accepting that I am going to live in prison for the rest of my life, that is the most difficult thing. But then we have been working together to do that. The next one, about teaching them how to avoid, because even in prison, you find sometimes in the prison facility, there are situations where, I don't know, the drugs are sneaking inside. So when the drugs find themselves inside, you tell them now, if you are outside there, you are using drugs, and we journey with you from outside. What were the effects of using drugs? How did you find yourself in prison? I was drunk, that is how I fought. I was drunk, that is how I found myself where I was arrested. Now you come to the prison and you're continuing with the same. We are trying to change you so that you see, just develop your own worldview of, this is the life that I was living before. This is the life that I want to live. Now where do you want to go? Just changing you and helping you to live. Again, informing people in the spiritual line. Teaching people catechism, helping them to be baptized, helping them even to preach to the other inmates, because not all of them come to the church. Some, they don't just like the idea of the church. But after teaching other inmates about Jesus, about the Bible, about the church, when they go back and meet their fellow inmates there, they are able to talk together. That is the aspect of peer counseling comes in, and they are pastors in their among them where they stay in their cells, in their blocks, in the school, and in further industries. Thank you.